It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got... Up next, the Celtics taking on the Timberwolves. For Boston,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's the end. Hey, Dave.
Guys,
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. As we close into the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. We take a look at the Timberwolves. Winding things down this season, they're in that all-important ninth position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And when you look at Minnesota, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Siakam is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Towns, and it's Hardaway in at the 2. And for the Celtics, Andre Drummond is out there with Harris. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Melton in at the shooting guard. Drummond finds Harris, and it's off from three-point range.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce, or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Here's the break. Melton passes to Drummond. And he makes good on the layup. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Melton passes to Harris, and it's good for 2.
You know, you can't allow Harris to get comfortable there now, guys. I mean, once he gets the positioning he wants, you're toast.
Jackson dishes to Hardaway. Porter against Bridges. Just 5 to shoot, and that one's good by Porter.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Rozier looking around. Harris kicks to Rozier. Passes it to Bridges. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Portland. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shoots over Bridges, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Here's the 3. Siakam pulls it in. Minnesota in the lead. And here is Hardaway. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Siakam outside. Jackson down low. Some solid defense from Harris. Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Out to the right wing. Porter against Bridges. Over Porter. Hits from the high post.
The jumper Bridges has is wet. demonstrating how lethal he is from his spots on the court.
Pass to Towns, and stolen by Drummond. And Harris wide open. He shoots at 3 off the mark.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
To the middle. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Hardaway.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Rozier the pass to Drummond. Kicks it to Bridges. Pass to Rozier. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Jackson. That shot misses. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jackson against Rozier. Now, here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. Here's Harris. No good that time. Good D by Siakam.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Rozier kicks to Drummond. Here's Harris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Harris drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Jackson kicks to Porter. Jackson against Rozier. Outside, Towns. And the 3 off target. Boston trail. Here's Melton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Portland.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
Could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Here's Jackson. It's Drummond with the rebound.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Jackson looking around. Outside, Towns. Inside. Here's Siakam. Hits the jump hook. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the basket by Rozier.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And the pass to Harris. And the rejection by Towns. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for Minnesota. Here's Melton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. So
Timeout,
the
timeout.
Celtics call timeout. They're first. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. Think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Timberwolves also changing it up. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Rodney Hood subbed in for Hardaway.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Towns against Marjanovic. Pass to Hood. Jacks up a three. Good on the three-point shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Outstanding vision plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
Burke with it. Siakam's there. Outside, Towns. Takes it off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Pass to Marjanovic. Round kicks to Marjanovic. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 to shoot. Freer from long range. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Jackson. Outside Towns. Back to Jackson. Pass to Finney-Smith. From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. Now here's Burke. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The pass to Green. Passes it to Marjanovic. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Freer passes to Burke. Now here's Marjanovic. Back to Burke. Boston needs to get off a shot. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Towns. First in rebounding, 5th in scoring, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Finney-Smith kicks to Jackson. Pass to Towns. Rebound Boston.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Freer, it's good. The assist that time from Burke. Freer's got 5 points so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
The first one falls.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dang comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Damian Dotson subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Brown outside. Beyond the arc. Dotson with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Trier, guarded by Jackson. Here's Trier, uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Hood, the pass to Chang. Off target from outside. Brown outside. To the paint. Here's Burke. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got JaMychal Green, Trier out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Brown, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Marjanovic. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Rozier.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Dotson the pass to Jackson. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. From 11 feet away, rebounded by the Celtics. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pulls up on the wing. Rebound by Chang.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Dotson. Burke covering. Dotson can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12 maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decade.
From 12 feet out, that's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Hood.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Here's Burke. Minnesota with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Green against Hood. Stolen away. And they're on the break. Here's Trier. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, that's great D there. A little petty larceny as he just picks his pocket and takes it coast to coast for the finish.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Tobias Harris comes in for Green. Bridges, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And it's Rozier in for Trey Burke. Here's Porter. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And I'll tell you who I feel for. The Wolves fans. One playoff appearance in the last 15 years.
Yeah, and you know, they've had some exciting talent in Minnesota, guys, but they've done very little winning with that talent. I think the good news, though, when you want to spin it positively, they still have that talent, and a lot of the talent is young.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Low block shot on the way, and the bank shot is good. Drummond's got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
A tall and powerful big, Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Jackson kicks to Hardaway. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Trier. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Trier's got 17 now.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Jang dishes to Jackson. Rebound Boston. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And it's Harris off the drive over Porter. Harris no good. Timberwolves trail by 13. And there's the pass to Jackson.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Dotson. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. Clock is at 3. Here's Hardaway. No good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Rozier against Jackson. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Hardaway against Bridges. Outside Hardaway. Shoots over Bridges. That one's in there. The Boston lead is kept back down to 13 points, and that one coming from Hardaway.
You know, really, Hardaway Jr., guys, is a threat to score from anywhere, especially this area, as we just saw.
Back to Trier. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, But you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Porter passes to Hardaway. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The fadeaway. But they get it back. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Jackson passes to Jang. It's good.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Down low. Here's Drummond. And the rejection by Jang. Jackson against Rozier. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Jackson misses. Boston leading by 13. And it's Harris off the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seeded come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin,
Yes.
based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you as long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can. I think that's a good point.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Siakam hits them both. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. To the inside, Bridges. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Bridges has got his 2nd basket.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Pulls it up. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Harris kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Drummond. Over Porter, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Drummond working against Towns. Pass to Dotson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Minnesota, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
First one falls for him. Austin making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Brown comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Burke in for Rozier. Rodney Hood's checked in for Minnesota. That one is no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Dotson, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Porter. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Towns. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Beasting and feasting from this area. Towns utilizing all his length and size to burn the defense there.
Marjanovic with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Green.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively
Take
anymore.
a break.
And
Take a
that's
break.
something that
2
needs
shots.
to change.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Green, he's checked in for Boston. Burke hits them both. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 16. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll host the Miami Heat. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And that game against the Pacers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Jackson, he's checked in for Damian Dotson. No luck that time either.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a quick look at the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded.
Take
and
a
the
break.
way he's going,
Take a break.
I think his role
2
is only
shots.
going to increase.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. Hood, the pass to Towns. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics leading by 18. Inside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now the pass to Siakam. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Burke looking over the floor. Brown wide open. He fires. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Towns dishes to Hood. Another shot. And Towns finishes inside. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Timberwolves trail by 18. Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Jackson. And it's 6 on the shot clock. Shoots off the step back. Count it. Good.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Celtics leading by 16. Now Rozier. Harris kicks to Rozier. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Rozier's gone 1 of 4 so far. The drive by Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 6.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Harris against Siakam. Harris, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush. Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Celtics leading by 12. Harris trying to get free, and the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
At the top of the key, Bridges. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Melton passes to Drummond. Passes to Melton. Over Siakam. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves trail by 14. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
And Harris drops them both.
Tell you what, fellas, I mean, an outstanding stretch for Harris has been awesome at adding pieces to his game over time, specifically that three-point shot.
Down low, here's Siakam. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Tim Hardaway picks one up. Well, it doesn't matter where you place him in the lineup, Clark. Miles Bridges is going to make some plays.
Well, I love his rugged quality he has, guys. I mean, he can guard anybody at the 3 or 4 spot. Doesn't mind going up against guys that are bigger. Everybody knows about his athletic ability and dunking it, but he's got more in his package than that.
And that one falls for Bridges.
I'll tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
All free throws good from Bridges.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
And it's Towns penetrating.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year, he's been somebody they love having at the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, really, Towns is the total package. A versatile scorer, skilled defender, and strong competitor.
And Towns drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Harris looking it over. Pass to Rozier. No good from outside. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Minnesota. A 12-point game.
Get there.
And here is Hardaway. He has 6. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Rozier. He's around 14 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
To the paint, Hardaway with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Porter's running, and it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That one on Harris. For Minnesota, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that team.
Good names. Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Jackson with it, picked up by Harris. The lead now in single digits. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Drummond. And no good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Free throw good, Drummond. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Timberwolves trail by 10. Jackson passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And, you know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
The steal then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player despite being a young buck.
Rozier kicks to Harris. Brown outside. Harris against Zhang. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Jackson against Rozier. Rozier with the steal. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Zhang dishes to Towns. Back to to Jang. 5 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Brown against Hardaway. Outside Jackson. The pass to Towns. It's tipped and stolen by Drummond. An even 3-on-3 break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you look at Tobias Harris, and I really think attacking defenses is one of his strong suits.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. That's good from Harris. Marjanovic checked in for Boston. Trey Burke comes in for Terry Rozier. Timberwolves also changing it up. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Towns. And Hood subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by Jang.
That's lit right there. Jang times his jump perfectly and puts on a show.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. The dish to Harris. Count that one. Harris has got 8 here in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Towns checked in for Minnesota.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 7th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Here's Jackson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Drummond. He's got 13. And here's Harris from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 11 points here in just the second half. Timberwolves trail by 14. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Jackson from past the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Brown against Hood. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns. 3rd is Andre Drummond.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
That free throw missing. Green, he's checked in for Drummond. Good on the second free throw. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Minnesota. Down by 15. Towns is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Celtics now. Brown the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brown. Can't hit that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Harris, right side. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Siakam kicks to Jackson. Basket, good. Jackson's got 13.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Burke with it. He's got 11. Clock at 4. Brown outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trailed by 11. Here's Siakam. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Harris inside. Goodbye Hood. That one goes. Count it. And that's 21 points for Tobias Harris. Pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Here's Harris. Back to Burke. Back to Harris from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Hood.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped the scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
It's his first trip to the line.
And free throw shooting, not necessarily one of his strong suits, only about 70% on the season.
No good on the free throw. And some changes here for the Celtics. DeAnthony Melton comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Rozier in for Burke. And the second free throw, good. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Rozier the pass to Marjanovic. Harris outside. The pass to Rozier. Offline with his 3.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. Oh, great ball movement there.
Boston leading by 7. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. This is it to Harris. Yep, that one goes. Harris has got 23.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
On the wing, Jackson over Rozier. Not as good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got 13 points in just this quarter. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Boston. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Boston leading by 7. Tobias Harris is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Brown, and it's Melton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. But they'll get another chance. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Melton. Clock at 6. Back to Rozier. From deep. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Jackson. Here's Towns. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
Shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
You know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
Jackson up top. Rozier defending.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Melton feeling it out a bit. Harris outside. Pass to Melton. Shot clock at 5. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Finney Smith kicks to Hood. Outside Porter. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Towns. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Harris. Boston making a switch here. Bridges checks in.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Rozier the pass to Bridges. Great D that time from Hood. And so Hood will bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game, and Towns gets it to go.
Man, that's an area that you like to see in Towns, aggressiveness, making a concerted effort to stay in attack mode.
Rozier kicks to Harris. Melton passes to Harris. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Celtics. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree.
update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys.
Here's Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Miles Bridges.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Tied up with that one.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Rozier the pass to Drummond. Here's Melton, defended by Towns. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 3.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Just good at drawing fouls. Bridges plays well in traffic and through the contact.
First free throw is good. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Rodney Hood. Both free throws good from Bridges. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the middle. It's tipped. Bridges with the steal. Inside. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Porter. He gets it in there.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Rozier. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Minnesota making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. So Rozier will bring it up for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. There's the pass to Harris. Back to Rozier. 5 on the clock. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Porter. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And it's Towns missing. For Boston, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And the shot is good. And now it's up to 25 points for Tobias Harris.
And you look at Harris, he's really improved as a scorer. He's become a go-to option due to how efficient he is putting the ball in the basket.
Hardaway passes to Jackson. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. Missed it, even after all those chances. Now Rozier. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jackson against Rozier.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Porter passes to Jackson. Towns with it. Rozier defending. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Towns. Towns has got his 5th assist in this one. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Rozier kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Drummond. Rozier against Jackson. Harris trying to get free, and it's Rozier missing.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Siakam against Harris. And it's sent back by Drummond. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Rozier the pass to Melton. And it's denied. Bridges against Porter. To the inside, Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got 10 points now just in this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota leading by 3. And here is Hardaway. Here's Jackson. And a missed layup. Now, here's Rozier. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Kept alive. Boston shooting the pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Bridges shot. Good.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Here's Jackson. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Rozier. Baseline try. Here's Drummond. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
Hardaway passes to Jackson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Harris against Siakam. Harris passes to Drummond. Here's Melton. This one for 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Here's Porter. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Pass to Rozier. No good on the triple. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Harris passes to Rozier. Now Drummond. Over Porter. And it's Drummond missing.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Siakam finds Jackson. Now here's Towns. Rozier defending. A floater. Scooped up.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that to work. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the chart.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Towns is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Minnesota now. Siakam passes to Jackson. There's the lob to Towns. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The bigger the moment, the more Harris wants the ball. Big time shot there. He's comfortable in that role.
To the left wing. Bridges against Towns. That shot off the mark. Celtics leading by 3. To the paint. And slam dunk by Harris.
Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
Jackson against Rozier. Here's Towns. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
And the pass to Harris. Back to Rozier. And the rejection by Towns.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Pass to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Out left to the wing. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 4. 7 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Andre Drummond.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions,
And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Hood can't get it to go. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave